Hi everyone, it's Terry here from nutsaboutsstamping.com. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a super sweet baby card idea. It's that time of year to start thinking about all those new little ones that are going to be coming into the world in the next few months. So let's make a card to celebrate their birth. Now I'm going to use the Wildly Happy stamp set, and thanks to another demonstrator friend, I got this great idea to combine it with the new Stone 3D embossing folder. Now this embossing folder is part of Celebration, and it comes with the Power of Hope as one of your free choices. But just because it's bundled doesn't mean you can't take it apart and use it for other purposes. So let's do that today. My card base is going to be Smoky Slate. I've got it 8.5 by 5.5 and scored it on the 4 1/4 mark. And to that, I'm going to add a layer of Smoky Slate. So this is going to be like a tone on tone kind of, I guess, theme. I'm going to put this layer inside the Stone 3D embossing folder, and I am going to bring in my die cutting machine, and I'm going to emboss this layer. So let's do that. Right, there we go. It's a beautiful layer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the outy side. Maybe I'll do the outy side because it kind of looks like the skin, I guess, on an elephant. So I'm going to take some of my mini Stampin' Dimensionals, because that's what I have right handy. And I'm going to pop up this layer. I'll show you in a second here. And then maybe I will put one in the middle for good measure. Like so. All right, I'm going to peel off the tails. Maybe. There we go. Sometimes they're really sticky and sometimes they are not. I think it just depends if you manage to get under the right side of one of the pieces. There we go. All right, so I am going to layer this on top like so. All right, let's do some stamping. From the Wildly Happy stamp set, I'm going to use the elephant. I've already alluded to that. I've got, let me mount, I forgot to mount it onto a clear block. There we go. And I'm going to bring in my tuxedo black ink, and I'm going to ink up the elephant. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. Make sure he's nice and juicy. And then I'm going to stamp it right in the middle. And since I have my ink pad all ready to go, I have a second Whisper White piece, and I've got the phrase that says, "So tiny, so small, so loved by all," which I think is so sweet. Okay. And now, oops, I'm going to color the elephant using my Stampin' Blends, and I have the Smoky Slate combo pack. So I'm going to use the light and the dark, and I'm going to color the elephant. I'll get started on it, and then I will come back when it's all done, and we'll continue making the card. All right, there's my elephant. He's all colored and ready to go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in one of my Stitched Shapes framelits. It's the square, and I'm going to die cut the elephant out, and I'm also going to at the same time die cut the phrase, but for the phrase, I'm going to use one of the rectangle stitched framelits, and I'm going to die cut a stitched rectangle that will be a layer under the phrase. So let's do that next. Oops, that slipped a little bit, as it sometimes does. All right, let's give that a go. There we go. All right, so there's the elephant, and there's the layer for my phrase. I'm not sure you can really see it, but it does have the stitched edging around it, so it complements the elephant. Now, to that, underneath the elephant, I'm going to put a layer of basic black because that will help the elephant really stand out, or the elephant's image stand out from the card base, which is really the feature of the card. Right, so I brought my snail adhesive in, and then let's do the phrase. And that's going to go across the middle of the rectangle, hopefully straight. Okay, there we go. Now let's bring in the card and let's finish it off. So I'm going to add my elephants to the center towards the top part. It's really fun because you can see the stone embossed image underneath. And then I'm going to add the phrase underneath. Just get it nice and centered. I think that's a little bit crooked. Like so. I'm being very particular today. Now, let's talk embellishments, shall we? I just went over to my crafting table and I grabbed the Peaceful Poppies Sequins. And in the Peaceful Poppies pack, you are going to find some black sequins as well as other colors. But I think in this case, it would be really nice to just trying to figure out where I want them to go. And I think what I'll do is I will stop the video at this point and I'll take my fine tip glue pen and I'll add these 3 sequins, and that will finish off my card. For a complete listing of the supplies that I used and the measurement for the cardstock layers, hop on over to my blog, www.nutsaboutsstamping.com. While you're on my blog, consider subscribing to my free newsletters. I send a newsletter out each week with a project idea you won't see anywhere else. And if you would like to place an order for the Wildly Happy stamp set, then you can do so by clicking on the Shop Now button that's also on my blog. I'm Terry. I am Nuts About Stamping. I hope you'll create something super fun today too. Bye for now.